Hello world, this is Ina and I'm here to show you how to live your best life through entrepreneurship. Are you ready for this? Today we're going to talk all about publicity, and the myth we're trying to bust today is that you need to have the right connections or you need to pay somebody a lot of money for their Rolodex. If you don't know what a Rolodex is, look it up. So if you're going to appear on all those shows on TV or if you're going to get featured in the cover of a magazine, then you're out of luck. That stuff is just not you. You are not a powerhouse of any kind. You are not going to make it that far, so you can just forget about it. In this episode, I'm going to bust that myth. Are you ready? Let's get to the truth. But first, I want you to stick around until the end of the episode because I have a really good bonus for you. If you're actually interested in this topic, I had a really good episode on how to become an expert. It's episode number 3 and you can click on the card on your screen. The truth of the matter is that anybody can make it on the cover of a magazine or to be featured in a newspaper or on a TV show. The question is not who, the question is how. And the truth of the matter is that all of those people have actually set out to be in those TV shows, to be on those magazines. It didn't happen by accident, and it certainly didn't happen overnight. Everything they did led up to that moment as a goal. What you need to do is to build a body of work that people will want to feature. That's why overnight successes don't happen. Put yourself in the position of the editor of a magazine. You want people on the cover that is going to make others want to buy the magazine. So what they're looking for is people who already had an audience so that they can tap into it. And how do you develop an audience? By being published in other places, in other smaller publications. And how do you get featured in smaller publications? By being featured in even smaller ones. So the whole process takes time. And next, I want to introduce you to someone who does this for a living. I want you to meet Selena Soo. She's the founder of Impacting Millions, which is a program that is sold to entrepreneurs in order to increase their public profile. Selena started out as a publicist, and she always liked to be behind the scenes. She's a very shy person. She does not like the spotlight. But then she started learning a little bit of how to turn someone from being completely unknown to being up on those shows. And she thought there was something of value that she could give to them. So she created a course, a whole program devoted to teaching you how to get to that level. And the way that she describes her process is really kind of in a pyramid. So if you want to learn more about it, go to selenasoo.com and really look at her stuff because it's really good. But the gist of it is you have to start at the bottom. And the easiest way to get featured is to find other people who are in the same boat as you so you can do guest blogs on each other. So do you know anyone with a blog that you could do a trade deal with? They can post on your blog, you can post on theirs, and you can share audiences. This is usually most effective if you have audiences that are similar, but not necessarily competing with each other. More like complementary. For example, my audience is people who want to become entrepreneurs, people who work full-time and want to start a side hustle. A complementary audience would be anybody who follows anyone who wants to start a podcast, who wants to start a blog, because we share sort of the same audiences, even if they don't have exactly the same goals. So doing a guest blog post would be a great idea. Then you move up to going on podcasts. A lot of people have podcasts nowadays. Do you know anyone with a podcast who would be willing to feature you or to have you as a guest? Eventually, you have been featured in so many places and you have built such an audience that the TV shows, the magazines, the books will want your input on it. And that is how you get to the big shows. So all of this just takes time and work on your part. Selena turned her entire career into teaching people how to do this. So definitely go check out her stuff. What I want you to do right now is to sit down with a pen and paper or with your phone or with wherever you write notes, and I want you to start thinking of what you want your path to be. Like I said, none of these people made it on the cover of magazines accidentally. It has to be a definite path that you want to follow. So start small. Start writing down where you think you could be featured, which are the low-hanging fruit. Don't start by thinking the Oprah show. Start by thinking friends of yours who already have an audience. Who do you think could feature you? And start asking. I am sure you can build a body of work if you start small. Another thing that you could do is to Google places that are looking for features. The way you do this is you type in Google, become a contributor. Or you can type, write for us. And that is how you find magazines or publications that are looking for contributors just like you. And to help you with all of that, I have a bonus for you. Want to hear about it? This is a bonus for people who sign on to my mailing list. You can do that by following the link on your screen. This is a list, a resource guide that I created that has a bunch of opportunities for you to take advantage of right now. It has a whole list of websites of people who are looking for features like you. There are also opportunities to be a speaker and to get published. So if you don't really have friends who have blogs or friends with podcasts, this is the place to start. That's all I had for you today. I hope you found it helpful. Goodbye, world. I will see you next time. Hi there. There's more where that came from. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the daily episodes. And here's a couple more that you might like.